Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel today. Today I want to talk about Ned rigs. I've been out fishing lately and starting to play around with Ned rigs this time of the year a little bit, and I've got a few of these what they call like shroom heads, and they're like these that I picked up, and they come in different sizes. This is the larger size. I think this is like the 1/6 ounce. The other one I have is a 1/10 ounce, which is a little smaller. And I was gonna rig up a few of these just to have them on hand for some just bouncing them along the bottom, doing that type of fishing. But I didn't have any of the plastic Ned rig bodies handy, so I went dug through my tackle box to see what I had, and what I came up with was this. I had a package of these Yum Dingers, and these were the Yum Dinger fours, or the 4-inch version of the Yum Dinger. And this is in the green pumpkin color, this particular one. But I mean, you could use whatever brand you have on hand. So I decided I wanted to try to trim one down to kind of duplicate the profile of a Ned rig. And a Ned rig typically has a little fatter body up front by the where it mounts up against the head of the jig, and then at the back it tapers down a little bit. But if you notice on the 4-inch profile, like a worm, you'll see it's very thin at the back, and then it has more of a squared off tip at the front. So what I came up with was this. I actually took the worm and spun it backwards so that it's opposite of the way it would normally be rigged. And then now, if you'll notice side by side, the profile is more of a typical Ned rig. It's a little more narrow at the back, and then it kind of widens up as you get up here. So once I kind of figured that out, then I decided, okay, all I need to do is just kind of figure out what length I need. So I did a little bit of online looking up, and they say most Ned rigs run about 2.5 to 3 inches. That's a typical length. So if I include a 1/4 inch for the head of the jig, I figured I could do about 2 1/4 inches of trimming the material there, and then I could just butt it up to the jig. So that's basically what I've done. So then I end up with about a 2.5 inch total length, about 2 1/4 long body, and then a 1/4 inch long jig head. And by doing that, it was super simple to do. Now, if you have longer worms that are than the 4 inches, let's say you got 5 or 6, you might try splitting them right down the middle. But what you will end up with is, as you get into the longer worms, the ends taper down quite a bit at the end. But you can also trim those back a little bit as well to kind of give it more of the typical profile of a Ned rig, which it's not super tiny at the tip. It just tapers down slightly from the part of the body. But it's a simple, easy way to do if you need to rig up some Ned rigs in an emergency situation. Let's say you're out fishing, and that seems to be what the fish are going for, and you don't have any of the Ned rig bodies, but you do have some packages of plastic worms, whether they be Yum Dinger or another brand. It's just a quick and easy way to do, to quickly rig up some Ned rigs to make them used for what you're going to use. So just, as always, sometimes you got to get a little creative when you're out in the field, because nobody wants to have to stop and make a run to the tackle store in the middle of your fishing. So if you can kind of make do with something you already have, then you're all the better for it. But anyway, thanks again for watching, and get out on the water when you can. It's still a great time of the year. I mean, fall is probably one of the best times of year to be fishing this part of the country. So thanks, and I'll see you at the next one. Bye.